Mark Manson argues that there are 4 natural laws that controls our emotional state. The first law of the emotional state is that for every action there's a reaction which is equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Suppose you were exposed to a bad and unfair situation, such as being punched in the face. At that moment, an ethical gap occurs between what you think is just and fair and what's actually happening. Your natural reaction will be as strong as the force of the punch that you were completely exposed to. In those few seconds, you will experience mixed feelings of injustice, extreme anger, and quick revenge. Suppose that you couldn't take revenge or you gave up your right. This assumption takes us to the second law, which states that our self-worth is equal to the sum of the feelings we have experienced over time. If you continue to be constantly humiliated and oppressed and you can't do anything about it, your brain will start looking for compensation. Which is what happens with children who are exposed to violence during their childhood, as with their inability to restore the owner or take revenge, which is the inability to close the ethical gap, their brains begin to enter into a moral shift that makes them believe that they deserve to be beaten and mistreated. Therefore, when children are exposed to bad situations and experiences at an early age, it instills in them some negative beliefs that are difficult to get rid of later. This brings us to the third emotional law. Your identity will remain the same until you're exposed to a powerful new experience that contradicts it. Over time, people develop concepts and stories about their formative experiences that previously shaped their personalities, so it takes a new formative experience to make a significant change in identity and personality. The last law of emotion states that the people around you in your smaller social circle tend to be like you to a large extent. We're usually attracted to people who share the same tastes and preferences that we like, or even things that we dislike. Through these laws, Mark Manson concludes that how we couldn't make a significant change in our lives or our identity, despite our strong hope. And how hope becomes an unattainable goal and turns to be a reason of depression and self-dissatisfaction. But remember, the natural laws of human emotions control how hope affects our lives and determine our ability to change ourselves.